There are moments in life when everything seems to finally start to align. After so many struggles, falls, and new beginnings, you feel that something greater is in motion, something that comes as an answer to your deepest prayers. The angels are by your side now, preparing you for something special, something that, even without realizing, you are already prepared to receive. They are about to enter into your life. And unlike all the others, they come with a divine purpose. The love they bring is unlike anything you have experienced before. It is not temporary. It is not based on illusions or the wrong expectations that have often disappointed you. What they are bringing is true love, the kind that fulfills, heals, and above all transforms. You have carried so much weight in your heart, haven't you? The disappointments of the past, the broken promises, and the moments when it seemed like no one could truly see or understand the amazing woman that you are. All those feelings of inadequacy, of wondering if true love really exists for you, have been like stones in your path. But now your angels want you to know, each of those stones was part of a greater plan, a plan to strengthen you, to prepare you for what is to come. But there is something you need to do, something essential for this new phase of their life to flourish in the way God has always wanted it for them. They need to leave the past behind. It's not easy, they know. The scars are still there, some of them very deep, but their angels are saying that these old pains cannot be carried into the future that is to come. If they keep holding on to them, the space that should be filled with love, with joy, with renewal, will be occupied by fear and distrust. The person who is coming into their life comes with a pure soul, with the sincere intention to give them the love they have always deserved. But if they are not willing to believe that they deserve it, that they are worthy of this gift, then they run the risk of closing themselves off before it even arrives. The fear of reliving old pains can blind them to what God is sending now, and that is something they cannot allow to happen. The angels want them to look within themselves and realize their own strength. However much the past may have tried to convince them otherwise, they are powerful, resilient, and more than that, they are deserving of a love that complements them. This love, when it arrives, will not be perfect at first, but it will be honest, real, and willing to grow with them. It is a love that will help them heal these wounds, not because it will solve all their problems, but because it will be by their side in every step of this process. Don't let the shadows of the past stop you from living this new love story. Yes, I know it may seem difficult to trust again after so much suffering. Maybe they have told themselves that they would never open up to someone again, that they would be more careful not to get hurt. But this person is not coming to repeat the mistakes others have already made. They come as part of a divine plan, a plan that has been carefully mapped out by God, who knows every pain they have ever experienced and is bringing this blessing to show them that true love is possible. There is so much waiting for them, so much that the angels have been showing them lately. Maybe they have felt it subtly, in the small synchronicities of everyday life, or in moments of deep reflection where it seemed like something was about to change. And it is. This person will not come overwhelmingly, nor with empty promises. On the contrary, they will appear calmly, yet deeply, giving them the time and space to feel comfortable, to get used to the idea that love can indeed be something light, beautiful, and lasting. But for that, they need to be open. The angels ask them to focus on releasing everything that still binds their soul to the past in the coming days. There may be feelings of resentment, grudges that they have carried for a long time, but now is the time to let them go. This process may be painful, but it is necessary. Every tear they shed, every memory they finally decide to let go of, will be a step towards healing, freedom, and above all, the love that is coming. Their angels are preparing them for something beautiful, something beyond any expectation they have ever had. But they also warn them that, to fully experience this new phase, they need to trust. Trust that, no matter how tough the past has been, the future holds something wonderful. And this person who is being brought into their path is not here to play with their feelings, nor to bring more pain. They were sent to love them, to support them, and to live by their side a story that was written long before they even imagined. This is the first part of this journey, and it starts now, with their decision to open up to the new, to believe that what lies ahead will be much more than they have ever dreamed of. Their angels are ready to guide them, and the person God is sending, the one who will give them all the love they deserve, is already on their way. As they begin to open their heart to this new phase, the angels want them to understand the value of all the experiences they have lived up to this point. Every love that didn't work out, every tear that fell, every moment of loneliness, all of these have shaped who they are now. These experiences were not in vain. In fact, they were the fertile ground where they grew, matured, and learned to be stronger than they ever thought possible. And it is precisely this version of them, wiser and more resilient, that is ready to receive the love that is coming. What they may not yet realize is that, behind every pain, there was a preparation underway. The angels were by their side, observing them tenderly, knowing that, no matter how much they were suffering in that moment, something much greater was being prepared. And this person, who is about to enter their life, was already destined to them. They were chosen to walk by their side in this journey that is much more than just a relationship. It is a meeting of souls, something that was written long before they even imagined. The healing process you are going through doesn't need to be perfect. You don't need to be fully ready to experience this love. Sometimes we push ourselves so hard to be in an ideal state, to not make mistakes, that we end up closing ourselves off to possibilities. But they want you to know that this person is not waiting for perfection from you, just as you shouldn't expect perfection from them. This relationship will be built on vulnerability, honesty, and the mutual willingness to grow together. And that's what will make it so special, so different from anything you have experienced before. When they finally come close, you will feel something different. It may not be that overwhelming love at first, like in the movies, but it will be a feeling of comfort, of peace, as if you have finally found where you belong. This connection will deepen over time, becoming stronger, more solid, as you allow yourselves to be authentic, without masks. And that's the key, being yourself without fear of showing who you really are, with all your imperfections and fears. Because that's what this person will be seeking too, someone with whom they can be true, someone who understands that real love is not about perfection, but about accepting and loving each other in totality. The angels tell you that, throughout life, this person has also gone through their own battles. Like you, they have also suffered, been hurt, and questioned if true love existed. Their scars are different from yours, but equally deep. And in a way, it's because of these wounds that they will be able to understand you in a way that no one else ever could. When you meet, there will be an immediate recognition, not only of each other's beauty but of the pain both have carried and how much both have grown from it. And it is precisely this mutual understanding that will create the foundation of a truly unique relationship. They will both be ready to love in a way that can only come from those who have faced the worst and still choose to believe in the best. This love, therefore, will be built not in the absence of pain, but in overcoming it. And this will make it incredibly powerful, a love that can withstand any storm. But, as their angels remind them, the first step is theirs. You need to be willing to let go of those past pains. And not because they were not important or because they did not impact your life, but because they have served their purpose. What they needed to teach you has already been taught. Now what remains is for you to free yourself from the weight of those memories so that you can make room for something new. Something that, although scary in its uncertainty, carries with it a promise of much greater happiness than you ever imagined. The person who is coming into your life will bring with them a new vision of love. It will not be about possession or control, but about partnership, respect, and a deep admiration for who you are as individuals and as a couple. This kind of love does not suffocate, does not impose, does not demand forced changes. On the contrary, it encourages growth, the flourishing of each other's true essence. It will give you the freedom to be who you truly are, and you will also allow that person to be authentic by your side. And that's why they need to be attentive. Many times, when they are so used to relationships that cause them pain or frustration, they end up creating a kind of emotional defense, protecting themselves against any possibility of suffering again. But this type of defense, although understandable, can also prevent them from seeing the good things that are coming. Their angels ask them to lower these barriers, to allow this person to approach without previous judgments, without anticipated fears. Don't let the shadows of the past obscure the light of the future. This new love story, which is being written now, will be built on trust. Trust not only in the other person but in themselves, in their ability to love again, to surrender, to believe that true love is indeed within their reach. And the person who is coming will not only be ready to give them all that love, but also to support them in every step of this journey, holding their hand, walking by their side, unhurried, without pressure. The angels tell them that this person will be like a mirror, reflecting not only their qualities, but also helping them see their own strengths and their worth. Together, they will discover what it means to be in a relationship that is not based on needs but on abundance, where each brings out the best in themselves and shares with the other, without expecting anything in return, but simply out of love and a desire to see the other happy. This love is closer than they imagine. It is already on its way, and their angels are guiding every step, both theirs and that of this person, so that the encounter happens at the exact moment. Now that their angels have prepared them for this moment, it is important that they know, the person who is about to enter their life also carries with them a story of challenges, overcoming, and the search for something true. Just like them, they have experienced love in different forms, some beautiful and others painful, and amidst these experiences, they also question the existence of true love. However, even with all the scars, they never stopped believing that destiny held something special. And it is this silent faith that has led their paths to be on the verge of crossing. There was a divine preparation, something greater that is beyond our understanding, but has always worked towards this moment. Sometimes we may get lost in expectations, thinking that love needs to come in a specific way, that the person needs to meet certain requirements. But their angels are reminding them that true love is not about how the person fits into their standards, but about how they connect with their soul. When this person approaches, perhaps at first, they may not realize the depth of this connection. It may take some time for them to truly feel the magnitude of what is to come. After all, they have spent so much time protecting themselves, healing from past pains, that their initial reaction may be cautious. And that's normal. Do not rush to try to understand everything at once. Their angels want them to allow things to flow naturally, without the need to force or rush the process. The love that is coming is a love that grows over time. They will not come to run you over, nor to disturb your balance. On the contrary, they will arrive gently, respecting your time, offering you the necessary space to feel safe. They will look at you in a way that perhaps no one has looked before, with patience, with understanding, and above all with complete acceptance of who you are. And this acceptance will not only be for your qualities, but also for your flaws, your fears, and even your insecurities. Because in the end, that's the beauty of true love. It loves us completely, not just the parts we deem good enough to show. The angels want you to remember this throughout this journey. You don't need to be perfect to deserve this love. Often, we can fall into the trap of thinking that we need to fix ourselves before allowing ourselves to be loved. But true love does not wait for perfection. It comes to teach us that even in our most vulnerable moments, we are still worthy of being loved. This person also carries their own fears, their own pains, and the greatest lesson you will both learn together will be about healing these wounds with the power of love. It will not be a linear or easy process. There will be moments of doubt, moments when the past may try to resurface, bringing up old fears of being hurt again. But it is in those moments that you will need to remember something essential. This person is here to stay. They were sent by God to be by your side, and there is nothing that true love cannot overcome. When doubts come, and they will come because that's how fear tries to protect us, remember that you are surrounded by angels, by divine energy, and that each step you take, however uncertain it may seem, is being guided by a higher purpose. They were sent to love you, to help you see the beauty within you, to support you in difficult times, and to celebrate victories by your side. They are not here by chance. Everything you have experienced so far has been a preparation for this encounter. However, the angels also warn you, it is important to stay open. Sometimes, fear can make us close doors before we even realize what is in front of us. The fear of reliving past pains, the fear of surrendering and being hurt again, all of this can create invisible barriers that prevent you from fully experiencing the present moment. But your angels are asking you to trust. Trust that, this time, it is different. Trust that you have learned from the past, that you are stronger and more prepared to live the love that God has for you. This person, just like you, will also need patience. Both of you are coming from healing journeys, from moments of reconstruction, and it will be this mutual understanding that will help you build a solid relationship, based on respect and unconditional support. The love you will build together will not be perfect, because true love rarely is. But it will be real, honest, and willing to face every challenge hand in hand. Their angels show that when they finally come together, there will be such a strong synchronicity that they will feel that, even without words, this person understands them. They will know how to recognize what hurts them, what makes them happy, and above all, they will know how to respect their time and their feelings. This person will not come to demand that they change, or to mold them according to their expectations. On the contrary, they will be by their side to support them, to help them flourish even more, being exactly who they are. And this is exactly what God wants to show them through this relationship, that true love does not need masks, does not need games or strategies. True love happens when two people meet in their essence, and decide consciously to walk together, respecting their individualities and at the same time, creating something greater than they could be alone. And this is the blessing that is about to come into their life. Their angels ask them to remember to be grateful for this moment every day. Grateful for the journey that has brought them here, for the pains that have taught them to be stronger, for the loves that have passed, but have prepared them to receive something greater. Every step they have taken, every decision, every choice, has brought them exactly to where they should be. And now, all that is left is to open their heart and allow this love, which is already on the way, to come in and make a home in their life. This person was destined for them from the beginning. Nothing they have experienced has been in vain, and now, the time to reap the fruits of this journey is about to begin.